All right, well, I've never put walls inside a van before, so here's how I'm doing it. I'm just gonna use Luan, but what I've done is I've measured the distance from here to the side of the ribbing. Came down 16 inches, made that measurement, and then came down to 33¼ inches. That is the length that I need, and measured out to here, which was 20 inches. So I'm gonna just create a template with cardboard and see how that goes, but should look something like that. We'll see. All right, guys, so hopefully you can see what I've been doing here. I'm using real thin Luan. I'm going right into the ribbing over here. And what I'm doing, because I don't want to put a bunch of holes in the side if I don't need to. It's thin enough, but what I'm doing is just overlapping the next sheet, drilling a pilot hole, and then just using these self-tapping screws to mount that up. It's working just fine. It's exactly how I was hoping it would work. You can see I did the same thing down there. And I stopped short there because that's going to be storage, so I'm going to do something different there. And right now, I'm putting the paneling up on this side and also determining where my solar controller is going to go. So some of this stuff's getting a little bit more important. But I'll turn you around here in a second and show you what I'm doing on this side. Straight up eyeball in there. Let's go right there. Like I said, don't worry about this. That's going to be trim all up here, probably some lights under, and we'll be suspending some lightweight cabinetry. All right. Always nice to get an assist. That's my partner in this build.
Shows guns.
things are coming along. Let me just show you how I made the must-have mixing bowl sink. So I'm using Luan for everything because I'm watching the weight in this build. So I'm going to use 2 sheets here glued together. But what I did was just, flip this upside down, drew that ring around on the Luan, then measure with the compass, just find that distance so you know where your center is. So when you can trace the circle and it's matching the line that you drew, you know you're dialed in. And then what I did was just came in 1/2 inch because that's allowing for the lip on the bowl. Pretty easy. So just to drill a hole, use a jigsaw, went around, did the same thing to the second sheet, and we got a sink. So that's what's going on. And I'm going to glue these 2 pieces of Luan together now, just so that I have a little bit more solid surface here. But there you go, mixing bowl sink. I think I came up with a pretty good way to get running water in your van relatively cheaply, and looks like it's going to be pretty no frills and work pretty well because I tested it last night. So let me show you what I'm doing. Good old Reliant Blue Cube can. These things are awesome. They have a nice large mouth on them, and I went ahead and ordered one of these camp showers. These guys are 12-volt rechargeable. They come with a pair of batteries like this. You get about an hour's worth of use. This thing has a 4 liter per minute or 4 gallon per minute flow rate, which is pretty strong. But you get a pair of these. They're rechargeable. It takes about 2.5 hours to recharge these. And what I'm going to do is just drop the submersible in here. I'll feed it up through the cap that came with the jug. And then I'm going to run this line right up through, have it come out here by my sink, and essentially the shower faucet, the shower head, is going to be our faucet. There's no reason to have 2. And if somebody wants to pop the window open and take a shower outside, literally all they have to do is pull this through there. So let's see if we can get this thing fired up, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. And I thought about this long and hard before I went and put a 12-volt water pump in, relying solely on my batteries to use. Those things are noisy. I've seen them installed. I know that's kind of the preferred method, but I don't know if you've ever heard one of those things fired up. They're loud. This thing makes almost no sound, and the flow rate is fantastic. So even for a shower, let's get this thing fired up, show you how it goes. And I hope you can see this okay. Get over here. So we have our line coming down. The submersible water pump, again, fits right through these things on these Reliant jugs. Next thing I need to do, I fed the power cable. This goes to the rechargeable battery. It's mounted permanently to the pump that comes up here. We're going to feed the water line back through. And then really all we need to do at this point is put this guy on here, nice and tight. Make sure you can feel some plastic under there. That looks pretty good. Drop them both in. And I didn't drill any holes or anything for this. That's going right through the, when you take the spigot out of the cap, it's fitting right through there. You're getting this thing re-threaded is probably the hardest part of the whole deal. Okay. All right. That goes like that. Make sure that's turned in the right direction. Get this guy over here. Set our tank in. So this line is connected permanently to the pump that's in the bottom right now of the water tank. These are the rechargeable batteries. If you press this once, see those lights blinking? 4 blinks means it's charged fully up. When you're charging and it's steady blue, that means it's all the way charged. So we put this in, something like that. Feels pretty good, okay? And I'll show you here, that should be just fine. Let me get you up here. All right, so we're gonna press it once. Again, make sure it's charged. Let's press it twice. Now hold it down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And there, my friends, is running water in a van for next to nothing. And that's the shutoff. And the beauty of this is that we can pull this right through the window, 6 feet of cord there. Comes with a little suction cup mount or a little hanger. Put it on the outside, and you got your camp shower taken care of. But how cool is that? So budget friendly, pretty cool system. Not a whole lot of money, and you know, honestly, if you need to replace one of these things, it's $49 or so, so not that big of a deal. Now all I gotta do is get the drain hooked up so that my water doesn't have to live in the sink. But thanks for checking that out. Hope this helps. I think it's a pretty cool option.